Good afternoon, everyone. Brian Zumlis, your Chief Superintendent here. Today, I am joined with members of our Racial Justice Committee that form a subcommittee that is working on the planning for the Black History Month. And History Month is going to be recognized in February. It is recognized nationally, but I don't think in Calgary Catholic in our past, we may have had a couple of schools, mainly our high schools, who may have done some work in this area. But this year, for the first time ever, I'm so happy to announce that we're going to be recognizing Black History Month in all of our schools. But some of our elementary schools, instead of using Black History Month, they may be using Cultural Diversity Month or something like that. But so excited about all of the work this committee has done. I want to begin by thanking them. I know you were just some of the committee. There's other members that couldn't be present here today. I want to thank them too for the hard work. I'm going to call out someone here today. Let's see, who's going to be the lucky person that I called out to speak on the vlog? Well, Natalie, on my screen, you're right in the middle. So I'm going to pick on you today. And I'm going to ask you, so Natalie Atanga, did I say your name correctly? I hope I pronounced the last name correctly. Did I? If not, correct me right now.
Atangana.
Atangana. Okay. So Natalie Atangana, who is our assistant principal at St. Sylvester School. Natalie, I want to ask you, so what is it? What's your story? We talk about story here. Can you kind of tell me a little bit about your story and why this committee or why you chose to join this group?
Thank you, Brian, for giving me this opportunity. So I came from Africa I immigrated here with my family. We're a family of 5. So we got here and we waited for papers to go through, and then I started teaching. So as I started teaching, I realized that everything was not the way I thought it was going to be. So I realized that there were some roadblocks. There were certain things that I could do, certain things that I could not do, not because of choice, but just because of the way the system was set up. So I started asking myself questions, and that made me to learn a lot, because back home in Africa, like, everybody is the same. We are mostly all Black. So you really don't feel some of the racial injustice or bias or microaggression back there. But when I got to Canada, I realized that it's a whole different world out here. So it took me a long time to be where I am today. Despite the roadblocks, I tried and I forged ahead, and I'm where I am today. So when you sent out the email that when George Floyd died, when he was killed, you sent out an email that you were going to put in place a racial justice committee. I'm like, I really want to be on that committee. So I sent you an email that I'd like to be part of that, and you sent my name to Holly. So that's how I found myself here.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I'm so proud of you and everyone else who has joined this group. It's so sad that George Floyd was murdered, but I'm glad that we can all work together to make a new world, make a world where everyone is loved and respected, no matter your cultural background. And so leading up this work, we have liaison of arts and culture, and her name is Holly Sheely. And so Holly, with next month being our Black History Month, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we can expect or what kind of work you've been doing with your people behind the scenes?
Sure. So big thank you to the committee. Like you mentioned, Brian, not everybody is here today, but there's been a lot of behind the work scenes going on to have activities and resources prepared and ready for schools and sites to utilize. There was many conversations, shared ideas, and a lot of technology went into the valuable resources. And it was all done in a really short amount of time. So again, kudos to the group for putting this all together really, really quickly, that schools and sites have something to fall back on. And the activities and things that are prepared are so well developed and broken down into divisions that I think schools are going to have a really easy time figuring out what they want to do and have some impact with the children that they're working with, and at their own with their staff as well. One of the areas that I want to just highlight is there's a calendar that was just newly developed, and the calendar highlights saints and our Black saints and important Black people from history on a day-to-day basis. And I think everybody will really get a lot of information out of that, and it's interactive as well. If everybody is wondering where do you find the Black History website that was developed, you can just go to the Racial Justice EPD, and there's a link to the Black History Month resources. I can't wait to see what everybody produces.
Yeah, I can't wait either, Holly. I think there's February is going to be an awesome month as we focus on Black history. I know I have a lot to learn, and I'm sure everyone else does as well. And so I'm excited to learn with you. And with that, I want to end our vlog by saying God bless. Thank you to all of you. And I'm really looking forward to February. Thank you.